Hey everyone, so I wanted to tell you about my day today. First off, let me tell you, in my church, I have a job, for lack of a better term. It's a job I do not get paid for. Some of my responsibilities are to remind people that there's a meeting before church, and another thing that I have to do is find people to give the opening and closing prayers and sacrament meeting. Last night, I was sending out a mass text to all these people that needed to be at this meeting before church started. And so I sent out this mass text saying, hey, there's a meeting at 11 o'clock at this place. Be there. But then one of my friends who usually goes to these meetings reminded me, no, we don't have a meeting. It was canceled. And I was looking at my notes. I'm like, oh, you're right. So I retexted all these people, like about 12 people, telling them, hey, never mind, there's no meeting. But for whatever reason, only some of the people got this text. I don't know why. Because I pressed send to all on my phone, send to all the recipients, and only like about 10 of the people got it, I think, but at least 2 people didn't. They showed up to this meeting that didn't happen, and were upset. I got quite a few angry texts. Who's the idiot that sent that text to everyone? That would be me. Lance, you're an idiot! When people want to vent, they're not going to vent at my phone, they're going to vent at me. You know, I get it. But I got to church early because I needed to find someone to give the opening and closing prayer for sacrament meeting. And so I was sitting down on one of the pews and I was looking down at my phone and it said like I had 11 text messages. Holy crap, that is never a good sign. So I'm like, what happened? Why do I have 11? The people at the meeting. Oh my gosh, what happened? What went wrong? Some people didn't get that text saying, hey, there's no meeting. They only got the first text saying, hey, there is a meeting. So I got to read some angry texts, and it wasn't pleasant. While I'm trying to figure out what was going on, one of the bishop's counselors came up to me and was like, hey, did you find anyone for the opening and closing prayer? And I'm like thinking, oh gosh, okay, I gotta do that. So I'm like, all right. I'll give the opening prayer. And so while I'm, trying to get all this stuff figured out, this new face wandered into the chapel and, you're supposed to welcome people, make them feel good there. So I, started talking to them while the clock is ticking away and I still don't have anyone for the closing prayer. I'm just getting a little bit stressed. And so I started asking people in the chapel to give a closing prayer, and the first person I went up to was like, no. So then I was like, okay, alright. That makes my job harder. I did find someone. After I gave the opening prayer, I was sitting and trying to figure out what was going on with this whole text messaging issue. And I still don't know what exactly happened. I'm chalking it up to having a crappy phone. Another friend that's supposed to go to the meeting told me that there was a long lag time with the text messaging, even though I sent the message sometime before Saturday Night Live started. But she didn't get it till like 3 in the morning. So I'm thinking the people that didn't get the text message, I think they're gonna get that text like later tonight or tomorrow. Anyway, I was having technical difficulties and I paid the price for it. Today was just not fun. I see so many of my friends posting Sunday fun day things on Facebook, pictures and statuses. No, I think Sundays are literally my most stressful day. I dread them, actually. I'm sorry to say that. I'm just being completely honest. I literally dread Sundays. So anyway, that was my day, and it's not over yet. It got better. Once I got home, I had a nice dinner with the family. We watched Home Alone. And it was fun. No, and that was another thing that I thought of. I was like, okay, if anything, I'll have a really good story to vlog about later today. And when crap happens, that's the one silver lining to it all, is that I can tell a good story. Oh, and Allison, actually, I wanted to show you. This is my favorite color. I know this has nothing to do with the story, but I told her today that green is my favorite color. She thought blue was because I have a tendency to wear a lot of blue. The reason for that is because I look best in blue. I hope you guys were able to enjoy the story, because then it makes it all worth it.